Hello from Perth in Western Australia. So I've decided to do a vlog over the next 12 months as I head into something which I've decided to do today. I'm sure over however many episodes I do of this vlog, you'll get to know about me and where I've come from and what I've done. But for now, let's just say the last couple of years have been exceptionally hard for me. As a divorced dad of 2 kids who are absolutely wonderful, and after 25 years in frontline service, my life has taken a serious change. Just over a year ago, I was challenged to compete in an Ironman. And for those of you who know where I was then, that was a really, really big ask. At that time, I had been diagnosed with chronic PTSD as a result of my serving career and the things that I dealt with and seen. And back then I was weighing in at let's just say 120 kilos to be fair. And at my height of 6'2", which is 187 centimeters, and a former rugby player, number 8, I'm not really built to be a triathlete. But I thought, what the hell, give it a go. It's a challenge. So I set myself the challenge to compete in what was the Ironman 70.3, so that's half an Ironman, in Busselton. And after a year of lots of ups and downs, with working lots of things out about triathlons and my body and bikes and running shoes and things like that, all of which I'm sure we will go into at some point over the coming months, I completed my 70.3 just over a week ago down in Busselton with a time that completely floored me. Now that's a story I will save for another day. But following on from that and the experiences I had on that day with people who I had no idea who they were, people who had no idea who I was, except some monstrosity in a triathlon suit that was akin to a mix of Teletubby and elephant in a leotard. I've come out the other side and I'm a lot more positive for it. I'm feeling in a good place. So I need a focus. And today, despite the cost of it, and it's not a small amount of money, I have enrolled and entered into the Ironman full for 2023 in Busselton. For those of you who don't know, that's a 3.8 kilometre swim. That's followed by 180 kilometres on a bike. And then that's all followed by the 42.2 kilometre run, which is a marathon. Now, I know, I'm completely mad. Clearly. But I've got this as my training ground. And there's not many people who have this on their back door. This is the Indian Ocean. This is Clayton's Beach. And I am Tack. So if you'd like to, it'd be great if you join me on my journey for the next year towards Ironman. For sure there are going to be some serious ups and downs, but I'm going to have a laugh. There will definitely be some funny times. There are certainly going to be some tears, and that's usually going to come when something breaks. Hopefully not me, and maybe you'll get to learn with me. Trigger warning though, I've got PTSD, and some of the stuff which is likely to raise his head, maybe hard to hear, but we'll get through it together. Training for Ironman 2023 in Western Australia started today for me on this beach where I ran 5Ks barefoot. I had a small goal. I wanted to get in under 35 minutes and I did it in 34:54. Now, don't misunderstand me. This is not some pro Ironman champion saying, come with me for the ride. This is little old me who's really likely to be last over the line, hopefully within the cut-off time, but regardless, I'm bloody well going to do it. I'm going to have to fend off sharks out there. I'm going to have to fend off a hurt butt on that bike. Why do we do that? I'm going to have to put up with pros coming past me with their fancy helmets and their really expensive bikes, doing nearly twice my speed. And then I'm going to have to run a marathon. I've never run a marathon. I've done a couple of halves, but not a full one. Top tip, I'm not really built for running. So this is going to be my playground and my training zone for the next year. It's an amazing place. There's hardly anyone here, but to be fair, I ain't swimming out there. There's a beach a bit further up which has got a shark net, just in case those things decide that I'm a bit tasty, which I'm not. Seriously though, if you want to join me on my journey, on my adventure, I'd love for you to apparently like it and subscribe, because it'll pop up on your YouTube feed and then you'll be able to see what I've done that day. I'm planning to do a video every day for me, just to log my trip to next December and see where it takes me, really. As I said, I've come from a pretty dark place where I really didn't think tomorrow was coming, and I'm not fully fixed by any stretch of the imagination, and you'll get to know about that. But I've set myself a challenge and I need to be there and I need to get there, and I would love it if you came with me for the ride. The bonus thing is I can show you these sunsets, even maybe put a little bit of romantic music there so you can put it on a loop. Don't know what that would sound like. The sun's going down, I'm scared of the dark, and I need to walk all the way back there and back towards home. So come and join me and let's see where this road takes us, shall we? Have a good night, everyone. See ya.